Hey guys, how you doing? My name is Rich Guzman.
Hi guys, I'm Ace Guzman.
Welcome to Ace and Rich Live Hot Seat Live at 6.
That's right.
6.
New time.
Yes. We have an excellent show for you today. I know you want to do your thing. Actually, do it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Gotta do your thing.
Got to share it. Start a watch party.
Start a watch party. So what's up, guys? Welcome. A lot of great things have been happening this month.
Yeah, we've been really busy.
Man, a lot of great things have been happening.
Yeah.
A lot of great things and
a lot of
great results.
I would say productive. When I say busy, you would say productive.
Productive
yes.
is
important.
I like productive.
I don't want to be busy. But busy will waste time.
No.
Productive. We've been very productive. Have you been productive? Awesome. Have you been productive?
So guys, I just had a pretty big meal just a little while ago, and I'm just like, holy moly, my food. Should have had a coffee before I started this. But anyways, welcome guys. Welcome. Let's find out who we got. Actually, should we give it a couple more minutes? People are just hopping on right now.
No.
Really? Just
man, they're here. They are here. Let's give a shout out now.
Okay. Shout out now? You sure?
Yeah. David Gibson, good to see you. Welcome to the hot seat.
Gio! What's happening? Matthias, what's happening? See, we got to get more time. Popping in. You know what?
They're popping in. Yes.
Facebook is really slow. Sometimes.
Stop being a goof.
What? Why can't I be a goof?
Come on.
I like being a goof.
You would let me share? And you guys share too. Give us some likes, some hearts, all that good stuff, and share. Share this in your groups, in your fan pages, everywhere, even on your timeline. I'm doing it.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah, let me shut down your mic. Your mic looks a little crooked.
Does it?
Yes.
Well, thank you.
There you go.
All right.
So I should tell them. Where is it? Where did I put that thing? Hold on. I'm gonna show them.
What are you gonna show?
Oh, here we go. Right here. You guys remember last time Ace was talking? You see this big thing right here? It's like monstrous. It's kind of like hiding.
Not my fault.
Like hiding her face a little bit, right?
It is monstrous.
Yeah, it was like hiding her face pretty much. You couldn't even see her face. So I ordered the actual right cover for this mic specifically.
You got me a new cover. So now you guys can see my face. I'm not like this.
Oh, like this?
Looking like it's the clown nose.
Oh my God.
David Gibson says, how do you share? Well, if you're watching this on our profile, then what you do is you click the share button underneath the actual video itself, and then you can share it to your accounts, to your Facebook groups or other groups you're allowed to share it to. You can share it on your own timeline. There's a whole list of options that you can pick from, and that's how you share.
So nobody really teaches marketing like Ace and Rich, and this is why we actually like doing these hot seats every single Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, because we give you valuable information, valuable education that can really help you have an aha moment, an awakening on how to start getting results in your life and in your business, which is very important. Hey, Delroy, what's happening? Welcome to the live, my friend. Okay, so now we're going to get started with the content. So what is the content about?
I think I did that right. Okay. So the content is going to be about what's happening right now and what marketers can do.
Yes.
Right? What's happening right now and what we can do as marketers. I mean, last week we had an awesome topic, right? But today we're going to dive even to the now. Like, what's really going on right now? I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on, all right? Some stuff that we agree with and some stuff we don't agree with. So what do we do as marketers in the time of craziness, right? Time of what? What are we in right now? We're in what we call a crisis, right? There's a crisis, major crisis going on. But here's the thing. You see a problem. We see potential.
Oh, we see opportunity.
We see opportunity.
We see opportunity.
Crisis. So here's what you need to learn today. You're going to learn how to turn a crisis into, go ahead, Rich.
An opportunity.
That's right.
Ow.
How do we do that?
Well, let's get started.
Okay.
All right.
So the first thing is, and you guys can take notes. So I'm about to gap all you guys. You know what gap means? Grab a pen.
Guys, we're always like learning new things. We're always researching, and we came across this amazing article that really just was talking about this. And me and Ace have been actually talking about this for a while. Like, you know, why everybody's going crazy. We always see like different things differently
Mhm.
than most people. People freak
Right.
out. They're like, "Oh my God, we're gonna all die! Ah, the sky's falling!" And we're like, "Oh my God, it is crazy," but there's an opportunity.
What's up, Evan? I got
There's
my friend there, Evan Bang.
is an opportunity always when there's a crisis.
Yeah.
Remember that, okay?
Well, that's why I said in every challenge there is potential. There's an opportunity for something. Right?
Always.
So let's dive in, Rich. Really, let's get into
Let's
this.
dive in. Okay, so
come on.
we're gonna talk about right now the first thing we're gonna get off our chest, okay?
Yeah.
And when there's a crisis, all right, and if you don't see opportunity, it's because you don't know how to keep focus, right? That's the problem. You must learn to keep focus and keep your eye on the prize. Now, let's face it. Now we know entrepreneurship is not easy,
and it's not for everyone.
It's not for everyone.
Oh, we know that.
But why it's not easy? Because it's all the mindset, right? It's all
Mindset.
mindfulness. It's all
Yes.
transformation.
Absolutely.
Of letting go of the old paradigm and coming into the new paradigm. But the old paradigm always sneaks in and kicks out the new paradigm.
Right.
So that's the battlefield of the mind, right? So that's why we know entrepreneurship is not easy. And even less so in these critical times, in the aspect of our lives, personal business, we have to approach it in a different way.
Mhm.
All right.
Mhm.
We have to look at it in a different way because here's the thing: while everybody's panicking, okay, you don't panic. You're smart.
Yes.
You're wise. More importantly, you are aware. Okay. And if you have these traits in your mind while you're going through these crises, you can see opportunity everywhere.
You gotta watch your reactions in this time, especially around this time. You gotta control that.
Yeah.
Don't let that get the best of you.
Yeah, like keeping a vision of what you're looking for and what you want out of your life is very crucial to these times, because when there's ever a crisis like this, we tend to completely just black out sometimes and not really worry about the important things because we get too concerned and we get too worried. I'm not saying not to be concerned. It's okay to be concerned, but don't let it consume you. Okay. And focus on that vision that you have. If you don't have a vision, then you got to go back to the drawing board and figure out what your vision is.
Yeah.
Like, what are you looking for? Why do you want to be an entrepreneur? What is it that you want to transform in your life? All right. And it's not just about material things as transformation,
No.
but about you specifically,
Right.
about transformation. Okay?
Exactly.
Now, I want you to look at it as like the North Star. You look at the North Star, right? Remember the North Star?
I remember.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
Right? We got to go look at the North Star. It's kind of like it's so bright and it's so just centered that you can't miss it, right? That's the vision. You have to look at it like that. And then you always look at it. It's like tunnel vision. I always say tunnel vision. You always look at it. No distractions. No side problems going on. Stay focused on that vision while there is a crisis. And you'll get through it. Not only that, but you'll actually see even more opportunities than ever before. My God, I get excited about that. So
yes.
So let's move to the next one. Now, we talked a little bit about vision. Okay. And what I want to do is that I want to really tap into more of the power of the vision. All right. Because having that vision is everything when it comes to building your business online and just being an entrepreneur in general. Because being an entrepreneur, like I said, we know it's not easy. However, when we work on the vision of what we want and what we want to change in our lives, right, with ourselves or our circumstances, right, that is what is the catalyst to keep you going. That is the catalyst to keep you focused. That is the catalyst to get the things that you want and the things you want to change in your life. That's the power of that vision.
Yeah, I agree totally 100% on that. Definitely. And planning is important. You got to plan for the action itself to be taking place, right?
Yeah.
You have to plan it out because first you have the vision, but then you got to plan things out of how you're going to go about going to hit that mark, to hit that vision, because especially in a time of crisis, there's also a time of confusion, so you have to write out your plan, even if you have to go to your journal and reflect on those things, or go to a whiteboard and have it in front of you. If you like whiteboard, we like whiteboards. We have whiteboards all the time. Rich has one in his room. I have one in my office, and we draw on it all the time. Ideas just comes out everywhere. And if we have a plan, we I like using the squares.
Well,
I don't do the circles. I do the squares.
But here's what we do. We create a vision and we have a plan.
Yeah.
Once we write the plan out, like right now, we have a new plan on the board.
Right.
And that old plan that was on there, what we do is we take pictures before we erase it and put the new plan. So
you gotta.
So we actually have, a whole bunch of different plans and stuff like that. So we can always, reflect back to.
Right. So before you erase it, after you wrote out all your ideas and you put it on the board and you wrote out your plan for your vision, take a picture with your cell phone, right? And just say, all right, I know this is going to get erased eventually, so let me just keep it just in case I have another idea, because you will have another idea. And you'll just go back, and then you can go back to your gallery of your photos and then go, wow, all of these great ideas that I have saved, right? And now you can start executing some of them and doing some testing.
Ooh, I like that. Yeah. See, but you got to start just, having the vision first, and then get on that board and just start drawing some stuff out. I remember when, we were homeless and we first got this apartment. I remember buying a whiteboard, but it was massive ones when we got in the other room. And what I did was I started drawing like boxes, lines, and I would just draw out like a plan of building out my business. They were just squares and lines, but to me, they made sense, right? Because I was building, I was doing something, I was getting in motion. The vision was here, but I had to put it on the board.
Yes.
That's why I tell everybody the first tool you should ever buy in your business is not an autoresponder. The first tool you should buy is a whiteboard.
Always.
Okay.
Yes.
Because once you get the autoresponder, it's good to map it out also on your whiteboard.
It could be very, very effective. A lot of our students we actually teach, we tell them, they're like, Ace and Rich, if you lost it all, what would you recommend me to do? If I had lost it all, what do? I was like, get a whiteboard.
Whiteboard.
Get a whiteboard.
It is powerful. Yeah. Very powerful. I mean, there's ideas we drew on that board that didn't make any money. There were ideas on that board that made us a lot of money.
Exactly. Don't overthink it, though.
Yeah.
Don't overthink it. You know.
It's just getting it out there and just start drawing stuff out and have fun doing it too. Because the more you do it, the more you start growing and you'll start getting used to it. And then before you know it, new ideas start to form.
Yes.
New aspirations begin.
Yes.
And before you know it, you start getting results in your business because you started using your imagination again.
Now, speaking of imagination, we all are equipped with specific types of thoughts, different types of imagination, different visions. And what happens to that? We tend to think during the crisis, we know it all. But this is where you actually have to be real with yourself and unlearn if you want to grow. That's the next tip. You need to unlearn if you want to grow.
Yes,
okay.
Definitely. And let's dive deeper into that one.
Yeah, let me do that.
Oh, yeah, go for it.
Let me do that. So what do I mean by that? Well, basically what I mean is you want to allow yourself to identify, your strategy at the right point in time. And most importantly, you want to adjust it appropriately to the specific conditions so that you can take advantage of the situation. Okay. So whoever learns a certain specific knowledge, okay, whoever unlearns is constantly open to new ideas, new processes, new thoughts, right? Because we call it emptying your cup. Don't think you know it all. Don't think you know it all. Matter of fact, there's a webinar going on today that's been running for the past couple of days with one of the companies that we're top earners of. And there are guests and speakers and people coming out for this virtual event that know some things that work for them and they share it. But the people that are attending, they're coming in with an empty cup. They're coming in with information. They were like, I'm ready to learn. Share with me something like I've never heard it before. That's what they want. And that's the way you should be. You should always be a student and always like figure out. And don't put yourself like, I know it all. I've heard this before. I heard it from this. Who cares? Hear it again. Unlearn.
Because something happens when you hear something more than one time. You get something out of it that you didn't get before.
Right. And it might come from a different messenger.
A different aspect of it. I know exactly
what you mean. You'll hear the message over and over from different messengers in this industry, but did you get the message?
Exactly.
Did you get the message? That's important that you understand that you got the message. No matter if you heard it 100 times, which person resonated with you the most that spoke to you, that you said, you know what? I'm here. I'm hearing you. Yes. This I can relate to, even though you heard it 50 times from somebody else and it didn't click, but finally it clicked with a specific messenger. That's what I'm saying. The messenger.
Exactly. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
My interpretation of unlearning is a little bit different. Okay. When we grew up, we've learned to do things a certain way. And for us to grow as entrepreneurs, we have to unlearn the way that things that we, the things that we learned in the past. So let me give you an example. Dad or mom said, what do you think? We can't afford that. Money doesn't grow on trees, right? What does that do? It really gives you a negative effect towards money, right? So when it's time for you to start to be an entrepreneur and it's time for you to invest, you're more likely not to invest because you're scared of losing money, but you're not thinking about the actual ability to get more out of it, right? So for instance, if in the past you had a bad relationship with money, it's not your fault. It's just because of the way you grew up and the way you were taught. What happens is, as you grow older and you say, you know what, I'm going to become an entrepreneur, now I need to start thinking about how to learn new things. That requires unlearning the old habits, the old paradigms, the old way of thinking, okay?
Yeah.
To learn new habits,
Yes.
new paradigms, and new ways of thinking. And those new paradigms, those new ways of thinking, some new habits are uncomfortable. And the only reason why they're uncomfortable is because you only know the other way. So when this happens, there's something that there's like a block, right? We call it a block. And I call it a mental shackle, right? It's just a shackle, just keeps you like locked up, like in a prison, but it's your own mental prison. And it's because your subconscious mind is so used to thinking this way. When you are an entrepreneur, it's like it's a whole opposite direction from what you've ever done. So therefore, everything is just so uncomfortable, so weird, and it's really difficult to kind of grasp in the very beginning because it's very unfamiliar. Okay, so I always recommend everybody unlearn everything that you've learned in the past because it's not suiting you well, and start learning from scratch. Okay, and you have to unlearn the old things. That is the key to success. And I know that because whenever I learn something new, I always get uncomfortable, and it's a weird feeling. It's like, oh, this is kind of weird, you know what I mean? But and then once I go through it, I'm like, oh, I got a new outlook out of life now. I got a new lesson to learn that I didn't understand or I didn't know before. So the more that we keep getting uncomfortable, we keep learning new things, and we start unlearning the older things, right? This is where we get closer and closer to our goals, our vision, exactly what we're trying to, to obtain, what we're striving to achieve, and things like that. Very, very, very important. Okay, so let's move over to the next one, and this one is about, how do you take advantage of a crisis? Because we're talking about opportunity, right? We talk about opportunity, and we talk about like, okay, we're in a crisis, and this is a way to, see opportunity. But how do you take advantage of a crisis?
Well, you definitely want to capitalize off of it, really, and don't feel guilty that you're doing it. Don't feel guilty. You're running a business here. What's worse, going back to work and having to work for somebody and stopping your business after you've came this far, right? So instead of thinking about the pandemic so much, okay, because we know how much it has literally interrupted our lives. We know how much it has, right? But it's not going away anytime soon. They're not saying, okay, COVID has completely gone. All right. Not with open borders now.
Actually,
right now.
you know what? It could be completely gone.
Yeah.
And then want to tell you that it's completely gone.
They're not going to tell you that. Okay. So why not see this as an opportunity for you as an entrepreneur for reflection? And not waste your time worrying about the pandemic and worrying about other people's problems and things like that, but focus on the reflection of how far you've come, okay, when you started before the even pandemic hit, and you were doing great. You were doing awesome in your business. You got some great results, and then all of that has changed, right? So now what do we do as entrepreneurs? We take advantage of this by adapting, right? Because it's like the animals in the animal kingdom. Like I always talk about the tiger, they adapt to change, the change to the weather, to things that happen. So when you use that analogy, this is what you have to learn. Things will change around you. You just have to learn how to adapt to them. Okay. So while we've been locked up in our houses and been in quarantine, right, we noticed many different businesses that have looked for other alternative ways.
You say quarantine, like we're locked up.
We're like really locked up, We were for a time.
For a little while, yeah. It did feel like quarantine.
Shoot, we were, right? But as entrepreneurs, we saw this happening, right? A lot of business owners look for alternative ways to reopen business. Okay. They tried to find other ways that they could communicate with clients without having to have physical touch. Yes, you have to wear a mask, and some places now have actually fought that. You don't have to. It's a choice. Okay.
Right.
It's a choice. But the point is, they're looking for alternative ways to keep business running, to keep business going, right? The education system has been one of the most the most notable areas, right? The teachers are using online training. We as marketers, if we got a business to run, we need to stop being afraid and letting our feelings get in the way and say, oh, I'm introverted and I can't do a video. Listen, honey, you're going to have to learn to do video because we ain't seeing each other like we used to anymore. We're going to have to use the camera and see each other. That's the thing. You got to learn how to get out of that now, because we are in this time. So this is the time, the best time to take advantage, because now, before, when it was so hard for you to land a client appointment to do a video call, it was tough because that person was always working. Now that person's mostly home. So you can just say, hey, turn on your camera. I'll talk to you on Zoom or Skype.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And that's how you take advantage of it. And you know what? That's what we've been doing.
No, absolutely.
That's what we've been doing.
We've been talking to so many brand new people, and
yes,
finding out some new things about like former teachers that are actually used to be a teacher now.
Yeah.
Now they're entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
Right, because they met us. And it's just the ability to have the opportunity to connect with a lot more people now. It's even better for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
And leaders.
And this is an opportunity for you guys to really be able to take advantage of this moment right now, where everybody's freaking out. Everybody's like, wondering what's going on. And we're not doing that. Okay.
No.
We're being wise. We're being smart. You know what I mean? We're being aware, but we're also understand we have a business to run and be responsible for our own business.
Right.
So we know that's a huge opportunity for us right now.
And book authors, leaders, influencers, they all have adapted, right? Gary Vaynerchuk actually had adapted. They used to have filled conferences, rooms filled to the max, sold out tickets, events like that, live events. I miss live events, but we just are not having them like we used to because of the situation. Right. So now we have to adapt and go, what can we do to get a bunch of people to room and safely be able to spread our message and help people change their lives? Exactly. Hello? Virtual live events. That's one way of doing it, but don't treat it like any other event. Have a little bit more fun with it. Get creative, get innovative. And that's what I've been seeing with people like Les Brown and Anthony Robbins do with their actual live event. Bob Proctor, he's doing it, right?
Oh yeah.
They're all doing it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, it's amazing that everything's going virtual. It's been going. We've already been virtual even before.
We were,
but now everybody's more virtual now, right? So we
even
have
more butts in the seats.
Bigger opportunity.
Yeah, more butts in the seats at the virtual events.
Yeah,
now.
we have bigger opportunity now, right? So let's go to the next topic I want to talk about is like, be a creator of new ideas. Okay, I want you guys to use your imagination. Start using your imagination and start now. I want you guys to really think about ideas within yourselves. Okay, you all have the ability to create magnificent ideas. You have the ability to do things that nobody else is doing. That's called thinking outside the box, right? Because you have to understand something. Why is it that you have an advantage? You have an unfair advantage. You don't even know it. The unfair advantage you have is that you are you. There's no other you, right? So when you actually relay a message, your way of relaying a message is not the same way Ace and Rich relays a message, right? You have your own way of relaying that message. So by you becoming a creator of new ideas, okay, and you can learn from other people and learn different things and keep growing. I mean, for us, we always adapt to changing times, in the marketplace. And I told Ace, I want to change this more of a live into more of a live podcast, right?
Yes.
That's why we have our own individual mics now and everything. These are ideas, right? And what we noticed ever since we switched to this idea, we've been getting a lot more clients, a lot more attention just from one simple idea.
Simple idea.
It's amazing. It really is.
Yes.
And then I also have some strategies that I do with my videos and stuff like that help.
Well, Rich, you're always learning.
But that's new ideas that I'm always coming up with.
Yeah, you're always learning.
Right? So it's good for you to really think about, the ability that you have to come up with new ideas and new things that could actually, have, you have an unfair advantage. Okay, so use it wisely. All right, because when you diverse into new strategies, it's kind of playing like 3D chess. Your competitors are not even knowing where you're coming from. They're just like, what is Ace and Rich doing now, right? But things are always being done the way they've always been done, but other things are being introduced into the mix. So now you're coming from like a 3D chess. You're coming from this angle, that angle, that. And they're like, well, I can't even keep up with what the heck's going on. You know what I mean? So I want you guys to really think of the ability that you have to create magnificent ideas and get out there and just start thinking outside the box. Really.
Yeah. Definitely think outside the box.
Yeah, absolutely. This is what really helped us. Okay, really, help us grow our businesses. Always stay on the cutting edge, or stay on the edge, so to speak. Right? That's what it is. If you stay on the edge, that's when you're growing. If you're like, if you're not at the cliff, okay, you're not at the edge. You're playing it safe. And when you make a lot of money in this industry, playing it safe never actually makes you money.
No, not really. No, it doesn't. I don't want to play it safe.
No, of course not.
I played it safe for a long time. It kept my butt broke.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, as an affiliate marketer, it changes everything because you know what? It's like we don't have to play it safe.
No.
We can go to the edge. We can be, do something that normally other people won't do or not willing to do. Right? That's the thing. That's the key. If you're doing if you want to do things that people are not willing to do, guess what? You're going to make it.
You're a risk taker.
But
that's it.
If you're not willing to do those kind of things and you want to stay with the herd and everybody else because they're fearful and they're scared.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to say, this is not for you.
It's not for you. And I don't have a problem telling people that either. It just really is not for you. And we talked about this in the very beginning of the show. We said this industry is not for everybody.
No, it's not. You got to be bold. You got to be brave.
You got to be willing to take risks.
You got to take risks.
Yes.
You got to say screw it sometimes, And you really just can't care, because once you start caring and stuff, then you start getting your emotions and your feelings into the mix. And then guess what? That's not a leader's trait. A leader's trait is actually when it comes up with new ideas, right? And actually leads the path.
Yes.
Right? Okay.
Yes. Take advantage.
Take advantage. Exactly. I know you want to do the next one.
So how do we take advantage? We're learning a lot of what to do. But we can't do it alone, right? We really can't, guys. We can't do it alone. So how do we do it? Teamwork. Practice teamwork. That's the next tip. Practice the teamwork. Okay, what do we got? We got it right here.
La la.
Teamwork makes the dream work, right? There is no I in team. TEAM. Together, everyone achieves more. No, wait a minute.
I know.
Together, everyone achieves more.
Yeah.
There is no way you're going to do this by yourself. Okay. The difficult moments generated by this situation known as the pandemic, COVID-19. Okay. It requires people to be able to work and start showing solidarity with other people who are in need. Am I right? Let me know with a yes in the chat. Am I right? It's true, right? So this in turn has generated the creation of new links, right? New connections, a new way to support each other. New Facebook groups are being opened. New communities and forums are opening on the internet. Okay. We have a time of crisis, yet there's a way we can gather and huddle around and create a mastermind to work together for a common cause.
Yeah.
Okay. And we can do that with solidarity and make the situation, more bearable, because we're all going through it together. It's not like it's new. We all are going through it, right? The people that are talking about the messaging on their own podcast shows and on their YouTube channels and, the other places that they're conferencing about, online or offline, we are all going through it. So to make it more bearable, it's better to practice solidarity and work as a team for the same common cause, right? Have a mastermind, have a Facebook group, create meetups, community awareness, like really start gathering up groups of people who share the same thought processes as you, and you can get there. But we got to stop this I can do this all by myself. If it's all going to be it's up to me, that kind of talk, because it's not going to happen. Not in this situation. We need everybody to work together in order for this to work out.
Yes. I mean, I can go a little deep into that one because what we're experiencing now is division, right? If you look all over the news and everything, there's division. How can we get things done if we can't come together?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that really stems also being an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
When we come together, we can move mountains. I mean, we could do so much just by coming together and working together. And that's what we do with our team. Even when we train in our mentorship programs, we come together and we help people.
Yes.
Entrepreneurs are all about giving back. Entrepreneurs are all about making sure that the value is being provided. Okay. And when you teach someone about value, then they learn about value. And if they learn about value, guess what? You did the right thing. Because now they are actually taking the baton and they're going out there and creating their own community, their own tribe, right? That's the key to success, guys. That's the key to making it happen. Especially now, oh my God, like people are just like freaking out. I mean, all the stuff that's going on all over the country, everybody's freaking out. And it is a hot mess. It is.
Yeah.
And it's because of the division and things like that. Division never gets anybody anywhere.
No.
Unity moves mountains.
Yes.
Like the force of unity is very, very powerful. And it's a shame we're not seeing that. But what I like about entrepreneurship is like you become that leader. You take the reins, you take that role, and you bring people together. Don't wait for someone to say, hey, let's get together. You are the one that should be doing that. That's an entrepreneur. An entrepreneur is a leader. It doesn't wait for somebody to say something or wait for something. He or she just does it.
Right. You don't need no one's permission to do it. I'll
Exactly.
give you a really classic example. And this is not business related. Okay. But it is on topic. I have a situation. And if there's parents here who can relate to this, please let me know. I have a situation. I have a teenager at home. Okay. And he's been in online school for a very long time. And then the thing is, with this situation, he used to hang out with a bunch of friends in regular school. And that was that time where it was like that. But now with us having our kids inside so much now they're getting tired of being on their tablets. Now they're getting tired of playing the same damn games all the time on PS4. And they want to talk to kids. They want to talk to their friends. So I'm finding that the school system doesn't give a shit about our kids' mental health. If they did, they would be creating, live get-togethers somewhere online that they can actually communicate and get together and do things together. But I'm not seeing much of that. So as a mother and a mompreneur at that, okay, I stepped up to the plate and I made a complaint inside one of the communities that I was a part of for the school. And I said, this has got to stop and we need to do something about it and come together as parents to create some kind of united way online that these kids can get together and communicate and share their ideas, their things that they like to enjoy, to play with, even if they like pizza, whatever. I want them talking. I want them talking about something instead of just, being isolated, right? Well, lo and behold, a parent saw my post and saw my comment and responded.
Yes.
And responded. See, that's how it works. You got to speak up. And I said, if a mama's got to do what a mama's got to do, and I did it.
But let me tap into that because that's what my coach Jeffrey talked about.
I didn't need nobody's permission to do it.
That's what my coach Jeffrey talked about. He said that whenever you want to speak up, don't hold back. No. You make sure you speak up. Entrepreneurs speak up.
Yes.
No matter what kind of backlash, if their belief is that strong, you have every single right to speak up.
You do.
You have an opinion. It doesn't matter what anybody says. You have the right to speak up.
That's right.
Because your opinion does matter.
Yeah.
Okay? And somebody doesn't have to agree with your opinion, but if you believe in that opinion, that's your opinion. You have every right to speak about that opinion. So I'm really happy that our son now has a new friend. You might hear him. Oh, he's in the background. He's playing. So they're doing Minecraft right now. If you're hearing some yelling back there, I'm really happy. Okay, through the podcast microphone here, it's because he's excited. He's hanging out with his friend, and I just think it's awesome. But you got to do what you got to do. Create your groups. Really be involved in those teen groups that you put together, and don't make it all about you. Really put these people that are part of the group and bring them out too. If you see them quiet, they're like, why'd you join the group in the first place if you're going to be quiet? Come on out. Share your ideas. We want to hear what you got to say. Give them a floor and a mic. Give them a floor and a mic, right? Oh, we got him a Yeti mic. He's all set. He's fine. No, that's not what I'm talking about. Rich, I'm not talking about that. Catch up. What I'm talking about is giving the people in the community of a mastermind the floor and the microphone. Give them the opportunity to come out and work together with you. Yeah, absolutely. Because, I mean, if you think about it, it's like that makes them uncomfortable,
Yeah.
right? And then they get over being uncomfortable. That's how they expand and that's how they grow. Unlearn.
Yes.
Is the key.
And you hit the head of the nail on that one, because that's the next tip about stepping out your comfort zone. Go ahead and let's talk about that.
Oh God, we're going deeper in that one, huh?
Yes.
Okay, well, this is something that I'll tell you a story about this. You know, expanding out of your comfort zone is about like feeling that fear, feeling that uncertainty, feeling all those things that are very negative in your body. It causes stress, actually, right? And it's because you were just faced with something that shocked you. Okay, like my first investment of $10,000. Remember that? Remember that story? Remember that? And I remember when I was approached, and I was like, "Hey, you need to invest $10,000, and this is going to help you. It's going to be a mastermind. It's going to be this, that." And I'm like, "Oh, Jesus, 10 grand? I got to invest 10 grand? Oh my God, was I freaking out? I never invested 10 grand in anything in my life. I never did. Maybe a few thousand for my musical equipment, but not 10 grand, right? And, you know, it's uncertainty. So what happened was I decided to take the plunge, right? We decided to take the plunge. But what happened? What changed? What really changed to go through this weird, being uncomfortable situation?
Mm-hmm.
What changed was, this was in 2016. But when I started in 2008, and then I mentioned 2010, we had multiple opportunities to invest in that kind of money. And we always turned it down. We always turned it down.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we kept struggling.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm like, why are we keep struggling?
Mm-hmm.
And I realized we were not willing to get uncomfortable. And so when we actually, in 2016, when we actually invested in that $10,000, it really changed our thought process of we were actually investing in. So we took it a lot more seriously. We felt more heavily invested in ourselves. And it really forced us out of our comfort zones to really make things happen, to the point that we became number one.
Yeah. We did what you said to me before. At that time in 2016, we did what our brains tried to tell us not to do. We did opposite of what our brain told us to do.
Because my brain was like, and she was on the same page.
Yep. Yep.
All right.
Yes.
Because, you know, we came from the whole, hey, money doesn't grow on trees. You should put your money in the bank for a rainy day. You know what I mean? And it's like, I've tried that. For so long.
Yeah, you weren't getting
and
there.
I've never, ever, like nothing has ever changed. Nothing has ever, changed for the better.
Right.
So what's the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over, expecting a
different result.
So if the result is not changing, it means I keep doing the same thing over and over, and I'm not learning anything from it. So this time I said, you know what? I'm going to play a little trick on myself, on my brain. I said, I'm going to do the opposite of what my emotions are telling me to do.
That's
and I'm glad. I am so glad that we did that.
Yes.
Because if we didn't, there would just be no way we broke records. There would just be no way we became number one. There'd be no way we just crushed it with like 42K in 15 weeks.
Yeah.
Right? There's no way. Because getting uncomfortable, there's a barrier that's broken. Once you like get uncomfortable and you go to the other side of the fence, things look a little bit, actually a lot different.
Yeah.
Than the way it was.
You stop listening to the status quo.
Yeah. But that's the first challenge, isn't it, guys?
It is.
It's that getting over that hump, right?
Yes.
The comfort zone. Comfort zone is like the fence. I got to get over the other side of the fence. How do I get there? Oh, I don't want to. Because I know if I do, I'm probably going to lose it all. It's probably not going to work out for me. You're already causing self-sabotage in your mindset, right? By thinking that way. And that's what I was doing. Mm-hmm. That's what we were doing for a while, right? And nothing was changing. So this time we're like, it hasn't been working the other way for a while, babe.
No.
Why don't we just do it? Screw it. And you know what? We did it. And that's when we started realizing we got to invest more in ourselves. So we kept buying more things like in the 1,000, 5,000, 10,000 and get even more knowledge, more mentorship. And that really just changed our affiliate marketing business to a whole new level.
And that's where we have the freedom movement, because it is a movement, right?
It is.
We're all working together collectively, trying to figure out how to become more free. And once we hook up with Ace and Rich, we're working closer towards our freedom. You got to do the work to become free, right? Just because it's called freedom doesn't mean it's free.
I know. Have you ever invested $10,000 into anything?
No.
Like I
didn't even see that in my W-2 income tax.
I've never invested 10 grand in anything. I'm just letting you know.
What was your last
now.
W-2?
2017.
Okay, so mine was in 2016.
Yeah. I said the extra year because I wanted more money.
I think the most I've ever gotten my W-2 was $7,000.
I'll tell you,
and that's as a retail associate.
but the thing about it is like, this is we're talking about this a little bit more because this is something I want to spend a little time on.
Yeah,
because it's really important to understand that most people are not willing to get uncomfortable when there's a product to purchase, to invest in yourself, to grow more in your company that you're a part of in affiliate marketing, and you're not willing to take that step. You're only hurting yourself, and you're only really putting yourself in a situation that you're going to get stuck, and the mental shackles in your brain and in your mind are keeping you stuck. And that's where the block is. All right. And I mean, you could be in another opportunity. I don't even know. But what I'm saying is if you have something that is approaching you that is going to help you move to that next level, but you're not willing to hop over that fence to see what's on the other side, I don't know what to say to you.
Yeah.
I mean, and I'm telling you this from experience. I'm not telling you this from theory. I'm not telling you this because I heard it from somewhere. It's because we actually went through it, and it just changed everything. We just vested another over $1,400 the other day into something else. Now, but why do we do this? Because we never want to stop investing in ourselves. The more we invest in ourselves, the better we get.
Yeah.
That's the principle. Just like you invest in college, right? You go to college, you invest in college. How much you invest in college? Quite a bit, right? And you have to learn, right? Is it uncomfortable? Yeah, I'm sure your parents, if they pay for your college, are very uncomfortable paying for that college bill, right? So you got to understand, it's all about, like, when you're an entrepreneur, college aside, jobs aside, it's more about you specifically that really matters. And nobody's ever taught this. Nobody's ever taught to really invest in themselves, to get out of their comfort zone, to say, you know what? I need to invest in me. And the best form of education is what?
Self-education.
Oh, I taught you well. Love it. Because that's what it is, guys. The more you self-educate, why is it that the most wealthiest people self-educate?
Yeah.
You ever notice that? The wealthiest people are not doctors and lawyers.
No.
Isn't it amazing we make more than doctors and nurses?
Well,
actually, nurses make a lot less, but doctors.
Somebody once asked Elon Musk, how do you build a rocket ship? And Elon was in that interview and he said, I read books.
Yeah. So you have to think about it. You can learn anything that you want. It's going to take you being uncomfortable, right? But, people can't understand how we make more than doctors and lawyers too sometimes. They like, how do you guys do it?
Yeah.
It's our mindset, guys. It's our mindset.
Or make more than the president.
Well, you know what? That is true because
I make more than Biden.
They don't get paid that much, right?
No, they don't.
No, they don't.
Their salary does not.
Wow.
They don't make that much. If you look up if you Google it, you'll see that the average salary for the president is like no.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty sad.
Affiliate marketers make more than them.
Yeah, that's pretty sad. Wow. So see that, guys? So you have the ability.
The new professionals.
You have the ability. I know, right? You have the ability to make more than the actual president of the United States.
Yeah.
Okay. But what we like to call it really is the new rich.
The new rich.
Right?
Yeah.
It's the new rich. People are becoming rich because they're actually taking matters into their own hands. Okay. They're utilizing technology, right? And they don't even have to create the product. All they can do is just find a product, believe in the product, and sell the product. Right? Get out of your comfort zone, guys.
Yes.
It's only going to benefit you. It's only going to help you. and it's going to help you get results and actually change your life and possibly change your zip code if you want.
Zip code changing income.
I know. I remember you said that before.
Yeah, click a mouse to a better house.
No, click a house to a bigger house.
A bigger house, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But you know what though? Everybody wants something differently.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Mm.
And how do you get uncomfortable? Let's talk about how to get uncomfortable.
Mhm.
All right. Let's say that you're in a situation right now where you are very uncomfortable. Right? You don't like where you're living. You don't like where you're staying. Well, what do? Well, you get out of your comfort zone. You start investing more in yourself to expand and grow so you can leave the old you behind and go towards your future self that you can see right there. Okay? Like the North Star vision, right? And literally start making things happen. Just start making it happen.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Don't care about anything. Just do it. You know, Nike was that was a beautiful brand that said just do it. I mean, that was an excellent slogan for that brand.
That's their slogan.
Yeah,
just do it. Yeah.
Because when we overprocess and we overthink things, like if we would have said, you know, I don't think we should do this, and we kept pondering over and over and over and over for the longest time, we probably would have talked ourselves out of it. But we recognize the mistakes we made in the past, and we realize, wow, like we haven't done this, so there's a reason why we need to do it now.
Right.
And let's just do it. And were we uncomfortable? Were we scared? When we're like, oh my God, oh shit, we're spending
you're always going to be scared.
We're investing 10
that's
grand.
That's a
You know what I mean?
natural
It's like,
instinct
you
that's
know,
going to happen.
Of course we felt like that. Of course we felt
But
like,
it's worth the risk.
but man, was it worth
It was worth
the
it.
risk?
It was
oh
worth
my
it.
God. Right. And we continue to keep investing more because that's what it takes.
And, you know, honestly, you know, you talk yourselves, listeners, listen, guys, be honest. You talk yourselves out a lot, don't you? When you want to get involved with something, you talk yourself out of it a lot.
Yeah.
Be honest. It does happen.
Oh, yeah. We talk to people that want our mentorship and coaching, and they're like, okay. And they've taught themselves out of it. They make excuses and taught themselves out of it.
Rather than focus on, well, how can I get resourceful so that I can work with Ace and Rich?
Exactly. Because think about this, right? We see people that got uncomfortable, invested in us specifically.
Yes.
Right? And we give it 110%. And we're seeing people who have never, ever made a dime online.
Yes.
Making money now. And that's what it's all about. Invest in great leaders. Invest in you becoming more. Notice I said you becoming more because that's the key.
Mm-hmm.
That's the key. When you focus on yourself and becoming more, that's when you keep stepping outside that comfort zone. Let me tell you, I have to invest in myself with my mindset in the past. That means I had to pay for a coach and a mentor that had to fly out 3 days to California, get picked up in a limo, spend 3 days with him, and learn a very hard lesson about the truth about being an entrepreneur. And he didn't sugarcoat it either.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
And he was tough.
And he was tough.
He was tough.
And he was tough. He's still tough.
Oh, he is.
Right?
Yeah.
So this is what I'm saying, guys. You always keep investing in yourselves to keep growing. That's the only way you're going to stay out of that comfort zones. You know, that nice little warm, soft blanket that feels so good when it's cold, right? That's how you guys feel every time you guys get a challenge that approaches you, right? You guys go, oh, I got to buy a product for $2,000. Oh, no. I got to buy a product for $2,000. Screw it. Buy the damn product, man. You don't even know what's waiting for you on the other side of that fence. It could change your life completely because now you're more invested and you'll take it more seriously. Most people, they don't take it seriously because they're comfort. They got the nice warm toasty blanket. They're so comfortable. So therefore, they won't buy it. But if they take that blanket off, even where they're freezing, they don't even give a crap. They're like, you know what? I'm going in. I'm going in. Now you're more heavily invested, and now you have a reason to actually do what you're supposed to do. You see, because when you don't invest in yourself, when you don't stay out of your comfort zone, you have every reason to fail.
Yeah, because then people won't invest in you.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
Exactly. That's the whole coup de grace. All right. Let's take some questions.
Yeah, let's take some questions.
Guys, you have any questions
I love it. This
about
is
what
a
we
great
talked
topic.
about? Any comments? Stuff like that. Let me see. There's one over here that says, I heard Lionel Richie say on American Idol, life begins at the edge of your comfort zone. Who is that?
Jennifer.
Nice. Yes, absolutely. Lionel Richie. I remember Lionel Richie when I was in the BMX racing. You know that? And we used to listen to Lionel Richie on the way to the track.
When I think of Lionel Richie, I'm thinking about, hello, is it leads you're looking for?
That's awesome.
Remember that meme that was going around viral?
Yeah.
I loved it.
That's funny. So if you're an affiliate marketer and you know how to generate leads, contact Ace and Rich. All right,
Gotta learn.
Here we go. Derwar says, just do it. Absolutely. Just do it. Just do it.
Yes.
And you know what's funny is people are going to invest. Well, I should say invest. You're going to spend money on so many things that they could have invested in themselves and actually make even more money to buy the things that they truly, really want. All right, let's see. David Gibson says, yes, it is the right place. And that was me. Yes, absolutely. And there's a lot more that's coming down the pipeline, buddy. And Tracy Lee says, you have to take that leap of faith.
You do have to take a leap of faith. And that's what it's all about.
But take the leap of faith about yourself.
Yeah.
Once you have faith in yourself, what are you scared of? Don't be scared. Be fearless. Be limitless. Right? You're meant to be limitless. I love that word.
I like the saying, like, what's the worst that can happen? So you become successful.
Oh my God.
What's the worst that can happen? You just become successful.
Well, people are afraid to become successful.
I mean, because think about our journey, like within 15 weeks. I mean, who does that? I talked to a lot of top earners, and you know what? It's like some of them took longer than that.
Yeah.
But for us, we did it within 15 weeks. That's something to show for.
Yeah.
And
you know the exact number. You got that memorized.
Oh, I got that number memorized. It's part of my history. It's part of everything.
It's in your DNA now.
It's in my DNA. Yeah. It's in the back of my hand.
Let's see. Gio says, money doesn't grow on trees. It's made from them. So grow more. This is what we hear from parents when growing up.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what starts the bad relationship with money.
Because they heard it from their parents.
Yeah.
And their parents. And so on. And so on.
Right?
Wayne's World, right? I love that. No, but it's so true. And, Gio, this is the actual old paradigm that we talk about a lot, me and Rich, with our clients, is they deal with that over and over. It's like a broken record. Money doesn't grow on trees. Money is the root of all evil. Oh my goodness, that you're chasing rainbows. This is what keeps you stuck.
Mental shackles.
It does. It keeps you stuck. How else are you ever going to break free if you don't reprogram?
you have to learn from yourself. Don't learn from anybody else. They don't have your best interest in heart. Trust me. Let's see here. Daryl says he loves your singing. I'm gonna have to watch the replay on that.
I wasn't even really singing. I was just.
I'm gonna have to watch the replay.
I wasn't really singing.
I got a microphone over here.
If I was really singing, I should have put it.
I do have a software over here. I can record you, so you know. Okay.
But thank you.
Some drum and bass tracks. All right, we got let's see, Matthias says, love the new team mission. Absolutely.
Yes, we do have a new team mission. We're very, very excited about it. I mean, it's just unheard of what we are doing behind the scenes with our team, because yes, we're top earners of multiple different affiliate programs, but we're doing things a lot differently now. And we've learned a lot of what not to do and what works and what doesn't. So when somebody wants to work and connect and lock arms with us and that are serious, they're not willing, they're not afraid, to take a risk. They're not afraid to learn and unlearn and really just soak everything that we teach them like a sponge and, learn from it and start doing the actual application and start putting to work to start seeing results.
Yeah.
It's like, Ace and Rich, where you guys been all my life?
Well,
right?
I mean,
our new team mission is like, we need to have people like Ace and Rich help us. Like I told you today when we were having breakfast, I said, Rich, we can help people become successful, but we're not responsible for your success.
Yeah, we're going to guide you.
We'll guide you.
Well, we do a little bit more than that.
We'll teach you.
We do a little bit more.
We help you, right? We'll train you and we'll put you through the gauntlet, but it's up to you to get down and give me 20.
Uh-oh.
It's up to you
military
to
daughter.
Get down and get me 20.
Military daughter over here.
You get what I'm saying? You know what I mean by that, right, y'all? You got to do the work. Push-ups
Yeah.
don't become push-ups unless you're pushing. You got to get down and give me 20.
Oof, man. I'm scared now. I'm about to go to bed early. Maybe do push-ups. Yeah, I mean, what we're doing now is amazing, and I'll just give you a hint, guys. Ring of Fire.
Yeah.
Ring of Fire.
Yes.
So you know. Okay, cool.
David Gibson says, no, you are responsible for your own success. You are.
Absolutely.
You're absolutely right. You are responsible for your own success. And we tell this to people all the time. You know, you buy these products online, you want to make money online, and you want to learn affiliate marketing. You have a whole library collecting of dust of knowledge and wisdom from all these people. And what have you got to show for it?
And a lot of people buy these little cheap, junky products and stuff like that. And could you imagine if they invested more into themselves?
Mm-hmm.
They would take it more seriously. When they buy
Right.
these little junky products, they just get shelved. They don't even do anything with them.
Yeah.
You know?
It's like when I read the book about the slight edge with Jeff Olson, and I'm like, this book is amazing. And I've been using this for mindset. And it's my mindset book every morning when I wake up at 7 a.m. I'm having my book and I'm sitting with my lemon water and I'm reading this. And then when I talk about it, people are like, I have that book, but I don't think I've ever opened it up. I'm like, what are you waiting for? Pick up the book and open it and read it. It's a great damn book. If you want to become wealthy, you got to start reading wealthy stuff, you know, for your mind.
Jennifer says, fire. Fire. We're on fire.
We're on fire.
We're on fire.
This is total fire. Yeah.
David Gibson says, love that book.
I'm glad you do.
Awesome.
I told you to read it. He's reading it.
Oh, my God. Time flew by.
Yes.
Already 6:56.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. Oh, any more comments, questions, guys? Before
Yeah,
we
I
go?
haven't seen any questions. I've seen a lot of comments, which we really do appreciate. Thank you so much for all
Yes,
your
we
comments
do.
for the hot seat. But if you have any questions, I mean, we can use this time to also help you get unstuck on, something that you're probably, thinking about or
Yeah,
you
with your-
heard us talk about on the show.
With your affiliate marketing business. What's
Yeah.
going on with your affiliate marketing business? What is
Right.
happening?
Right.
What's moving and shaking? Let's see.
Don't be shy.
Don't be shy. You crack me up.
Don't be shy.
Let's see here. Oh, it's movie night tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, family night.
You know what we're watching, right?
Yes, I know what we're watching.
What are we watching?
Coming to America too.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So you heard there was mixed messages on that, huh?
There was mixed
Yeah.
reviews on it, so I'll be the judge of that since I'm an Eddie Murphy fan.
Well, we'll see.
We'll see.
You will
I'll
see.
give it a fair review when I see it.
Let's see any more. No, that's it. That's all the comments we have. All right, guys. My name is Rich Guzman.
And my name is Ace Guzman.
I want to thank you so much for stopping by our live today. Just remember, guys, in a moment of crisis, there is always opportunity. All right. Have a great evening, guys, and we'll see you tomorrow, right? Class.
Yeah, we have class tomorrow
Yeah.
with Let's Build a Mastery.
Yeah, we'll see you guys in class tomorrow.
3 o'clock.
If you're not in the class, get a hold of us.
Yes.
All right, guys. Have a great weekend.
Have a great weekend. Thank you
And,
for coming to the hot seat and enjoying the show. And we'll see you guys next time, same channel.
Peace.